and welcome. I had a couple of announcements to make and I thought why not just pull them into one video, so that's what I'm doing today. And I'm probably going to start with the winner of the giveaway, because for the last couple of days I haven't really gotten a new response on that video, so I think that everybody who wanted to enter the giveaway has done so, and that most of you are anxious to see if you've won the trilogy of your choice. So I'm going to start with that one, and then afterwards I do have some other announcements to make as well, in the terms of readalongs, both readalongs that I've already talked about, but also new readalongs that you can join if you want to. And then some other things as well, 2 completely new things for the channel. But since I know that not everybody is interested in all of those sections, I will leave timestamps down below. But for now, let's start with the giveaway winner. And I know that most people use a random generator that they can find on the internet, where they just put in all of the comments and then it picks one randomly. But I'm pretty old school, so I just have this glass bowl with all of the names of the people who entered the giveaway. And I'm just going to pick one like this. I have Nico's book reviews. So this is my ugly handwriting, but it's definitely Nico's book reviews. You can see that there. So congratulations with winning the giveaway, and you can contact me on my email address down below, or I think that we are also friends on Discord, so you can talk to me there as well, and let me know whether or not you want to win the Seven Waters trilogy by Juliette Merlier or the Chronicle of the Unhung Throne by Brian Staveley. I have an idea which of the 2 you will pick, but of course it's entirely up to you. Let me know and I will send them to you, and again, congratulations. Then next up, I wanted to mention some new things for a read-along that is currently ongoing, that I'm co-hosting with Steve over at Steve Talks About Books and Stuff. And that's the read-along for The Faithful and the Fallen series by John Gwynne. I'm currently just holding the dust jacket because I am reading it at the moment and really enjoying it. But it's not too late to join. So we started this read-along with the first book, Malice, in May. We're going to have a live show at the end of May, and I will just leave the announcement down below. If you haven't heard of this read-along yet, you can watch it there. But you still have, I think, 8 days until the end of May. That's more than enough time to finish this book if you really put your mind to it. So if you want to, you can still join us. And I decided to talk about this read-along again because we now have all of the dates set for the live shows. So Malice is on the 30th of May, Valor is the 27th of June, Rune is the 1st of August, and then Red is the 29th of August. And Malice will be over on Steve's channel, and then it will go back and forth between our 2 channels. I think that for Malice, the live show is already pretty full. I think we have 10 people in total, so that will definitely be a very energetic live show with a lot of different opinions. But you can, of course, still join us for the live chat, and then we can look at your opinions as well. For the later books, we still have some open spots for people who want to join us for the actual live show with a microphone and a camera or a webcam. So if you want to, you can still join us there. Or again, if you're not comfortable with that, you can still join with the live chat. And especially for the last book that we will discuss, of course, we will discuss the entire series as well. So maybe you've already read the series and you don't really want to join us for each of the books separately, afraid that you might spoil us, then just join us for the last live show. So that's what I wanted to say about this. Still not too late to join, and the first book is amazing, so I would definitely recommend that you pick it up. If not with us, then somewhere later in the year when you have free time. Then next up, I want to announce a completely new read-along that I'm again hosting together with Steve over at Steve Talks About Books and Stuff and his wife Brandy, but also together with Bem over at Epic Tales. And that is the Raven's Shadow trilogy by Anthony Ryan. Now, the first book is Bloodsong. And I actually read this in 2020, this made my top 10 list of 2020. I really enjoyed this one and I wanted to continue the trilogy. And we're going to read this one in June. And then I have, of course, a live show at the end. Then the second book in the trilogy we're going to read in July, that is Tower Lord, and this will be a new book for me, so I'm quite excited to see where the story goes after Bloodsong. And then the last book that we will read in August is Queen of Fire. Now, as each of the read-alongs, we do it in the same way, so we are talking throughout the month over on Steve's forum that I will link down below, and then at the end of the month we have a live show. And the dates for the live show for this one are already set. So we have Bloodsong on July 3rd, then we have Tower Lord on August 8th, and we have Queen of Fire on September 4th, and again, same time period as all of the other live shows that I'm part of. So Bloodsong is a grim dark book, and you follow Valen. Valen, as a young child, has been put on the doorstep of the Sixth Order by his father to be trained as a warrior, sort of elite special forces of the entire empire. So the first part of the book, you're actually following him in this school-like setting, and at the end of each year they have a trial, and this is pretty gruesome basically because a lot of children die throughout these trials. And then later on you have him as a grown warrior. And actually the story is told from his perspective later on. So he is telling his story to someone else, kind of like the Kingkiller Chronicles with Quote telling his story, but this of course is a much darker book, or darker trilogy, I think. So if you want to join us, the first book at least can be read as a standalone, so maybe you don't want to have the commitment of reading an entire trilogy, but you can just see if you like Bloodsong. It can be read as a standalone, and if you want to, you can then continue reading with us. I also want to mention that if you have some problems with the forum or you don't really know how to work with that, you can always contact me or Steve. It's definitely not that hard, and we have some interesting discussions there, also already for Malice, so definitely join us there as well. And then I just want to quickly mention a read-along that we're going to start in August together with Rule over at Rule Reads and Stacy over at Stacy's All Booked. But a lot of other booktubers will also join us for the discussion. I know for a fact that Steve is going to join us because he wants to reread this entire trilogy, and that is the Ash and Sand trilogy by Richard Nell. So as I said, still a long time coming, and this trilogy is going to be read as all of our read-alongs, one book per month, and then at the end of the month a live show. And throughout the month you can comment on the forum and we can have a discussion there. So the first book is Kings of Paradise, the second book is Kings of Ash, and then the last one is Kings of Heaven. I have heard that this is grimdark medium, so it's basically a step higher than the First Law trilogy by Joe Abercrombie, for example, so you can basically feel whether or not you want to get into some heavier grimdark. I don't really know a lot about this trilogy other than that I heard a lot of people raving about this. So if you want to join us, it's still a long time coming, but then you can put it into your TBR for now. So those are all of the read-alongs that are going to be happening in the near future. I hope you will join us for most of them or for the ones that you find interesting. But now I have to announce something that's completely new and that I'm doing together with Steve, his wife Brandy, Stacy, and also Steve's friend Sean, who is a very active member on his channel, and that is Movie of the Month. So this is basically like a read-along, but instead of reading one book of the month, we are going to pick a movie and then discuss it over on, again, a live stream. And I think that this is a very good idea just to get to know each other a little bit better. I know that a lot of people who like to read books like to watch movies as well, and maybe you're somebody who has a pretty packed TBR, so you can't really join for read-alongs, or you might not read as much as some others do, so you just can't join a lot of read-alongs. But this Movie of the Month, a movie, 2-3 hour stops and you're through, so I think that a lot of people can join if they want to. And the first movie of the month is Sunshine. This is a movie in 2007, I think it came out, and it's actually my pick. So the live show will be happening over on my channel on June 6th, again 8 p.m. Central European time. And this is a science fiction movie, and I was looking for some underrated movies that were a little bit like some of my favorite movies, and a lot of people said that this is basically a little bit like Interstellar, but that it doesn't get the same amount of credit. Now, Interstellar is an amazing movie, so I don't really know if this one will be as good, but I was definitely hyped for it. And I know that Sean already saw this movie and he said, I definitely want to rewatch it because it was very good. So if you want to, you can of course watch the movie. I think that it's available on a lot of streaming services, and then join us for the live show. And then last but not least, I just want to mention that I made a Discord channel for my YouTube channel basically, and to discuss a lot of things there. And I was going back and forth whether or not I wanted to have one, because I sometimes feel like there are so many Discord channels and a lot of people can't keep track of the different ones. You have Discord channels of bigger YouTube channels, so of course naturally a lot of people are going to go there and have a lot of their personal discussions there instead of on the channels of smaller booktubers. But I thought, you know, even if just a handful of people here are interested, we're probably going to have a small group, but that can be very cozy as well, and we get to know each other a lot better. I often feel like here on BookTube, the discussion goes one way. A lot of people comment on what I am saying, and of course that's amazing, thank you for commenting. But then I don't always know a lot about you. What are you reading? What are you enjoying? What are you watching on TV? And that's something that we can then discuss over on Discord, where I feel like it will be a more back and forth discussion. I also just want to have somebody to give me a little bit of feedback. Often I have a lot of different thumbnails that I need to choose from. What do I think it looks better? And if it's just me, I can feel a little bit insecure about what I need to choose. I also have a complete list of books that I still need to review over on my channel, and I am going to try to review one book or one series per week, but that way you can vote on which book you want to see a review of earlier, what you're looking forward to. And I also have some other videos that I want to make in general, not review related, but of course books related, and that you can also vote on there, or you can give me some recommendations what you want to see more on the channel. So it's definitely going to be a little bit back and forth, and then I can hopefully have some of your input in order to make videos that you are interested in more. So the link for the Discord is of course down below. This is the first time that I'm going to spread it, so if you are the first one to enter, thank you. You made me very happy. And we're just going to see how it goes, and yeah, that's just what I wanted to say in that regard as well. So a lot of announcements. Just make sure that if you want to join us for the read along and you want to really be present in the live stream, that you need to have an account on Steve's forum, and there are also a lot of calendars that you can then RSVP. Yes, I want to be present with my webcam, with my camera, and with my microphone. So I will put all of the calendar links down below as well, that you can find them. If it's unclear, you can always message me over on whatever social media you want, or through my email address. But it's not that difficult. If you just want to join us for the live chat, of course that's something that you don't need to RSVP for. You can always join us for that. So please let me know in the comments down below if you are interested in any of the readalongs, if you think that my Discord was a very bad idea, or that you want to join there as well, even though if you want to join I will probably see you coming around in my Discord. And yeah, let me know if the movie of the month idea is also something that interests you, because we are going to have the discussions overall on our different channels, of course, and we have, I think, the next 4 months planned out. But after that, you can always recommend me some movies that you want to see as well, maybe best here in the comments down below, or maybe over on Discord. As always, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and see you next time. Bye!